Bird Cave. I don't know. That's so lovely avatar of yours. High leverage investor of the games. Yeah, we gotta like make it popular option for everybody.
Indeed. All right. Hang on. Okay, let's kick it off. Okay, let's go. I see we have 15 people. More people will trickle in. Um, keep on pushing as well if you want people to listen in. As usual, this session will be recorded, and we will be uploading it quite quickly on YouTube as well. So over the weekend, you can listen to it, share it, do as you please with it. So, well, Tim, first, as usual, one of the important questions is, how you doing? How was this week?
All right, all right. We released quite important update for the loans, and like we are looking forward to wrap things up for much like greater release on the next week for loans.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, on that end, I'm happy with the results of like community testing.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to thank everybody who joined the testing. I assure you that everybody will get rewarded. So keep an eye on the digest tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's good. Good to know. Good stuff. It's a good little weekend news as well for the digest of tomorrow. Then, all right. I'm going to be scouting through the questions that we have received. For this week, we have received a few questions. So we've got 3, 4 in total. I'm going to go with one of the main, which is actually one big question with a multi small question. So I have seen Timur working on bot commands, especially Gnomy FRAKT lending benefits of 1% discount per Gnomy, 10 points per FRAKT. Can we expect final confirmation on this soon? And how soon will this be implemented? Will the legacy Gnomy benefits, e.g., mentor or free Gnomies, also be included in this update?
Yeah. So as you know, I don't know if you followed carefully, but beta for the loans already includes benefits such as discount for the Gnomi holders. Of course, FRAKTs also will give you a discount for the loans. So in the coming update, yes, that's going to be one of the like first benefits. And actually, um, as I stated before, all the benefits that previous devs like kind of promised, um, we're going to implement shortly. So yeah, we just started, in my opinion, from one of the most important ones,
Mm-hmm.
and we will just adding them one by one as we progress with the whole protocol, scaling.
Okay. Okay, that's great news actually, because yeah, that was I think indeed a it's definitely been a recurring theme I think on that, and I think it's going to be I think the community is going to love the idea of finally being able to leverage the positions that they have and what they hold, and that the success of what is being put out there on the protocol is actually going to be directly or indirectly benefiting basically everyone involved. So yeah.
Yeah, people have been poking me about it and about okay, when higher LTV, when extended repay time, when
Hmm.
discounts. So all of that actually now is more possible with the upgraded, like in an integrated version of the protocol.
Hmm.
And we just like highlighted that in the beta.
Hmm.
So so yeah, just now everything is possible, and of course everything that I promised and I said that will be done will be done.
Okay, cool. So on top of recording this, we are definitely going to make this a quote. Everything that will be done will be done. So that's I think that's what
I
we're going to be.
promise. I promise that will be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Awesome. I think it's great. It's going to be yeah, I think it's going to be a relief, and at the same time, I believe that once this has also been, made very clear to the communities that we have communicated structurally and efficiently to them, that they can also then feel okay. that the community upheaval and the engagement and the way the community is pushing things forward, they can now be safe that indeed, their efforts are also going to be rewarded with everything that we are putting in place.
Yeah.
Awesome. Actually, then you also tackled a second question that I had. That was, will we see a higher LTV offering soon, e.g., 50% for Gnomies and FRAKTs? So that was already answered.
Yeah. So for the upcoming release, we're going to bump the LTV across all collections that
Mm-hmm.
we accept loans for, and then after that, the next update will allow us to have terms different from collection to collection. So for the liquid or collections that we like, we might bump the LTV significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Others can stay on the low, but it depends on from collection to collection,
Okay.
and on its liquidity. Yeah.
Could you give an example? Like for example, right now, right, we have 30% 1 week, and
Yeah.
can you give an example, for example, of how much that would be for, let's say, without naming a collection, but a blue chip collection? What would it be, maybe?
Yeah. Blue chip collection also differs from one to another.
Mm-hmm.
I would say for us, we can bump LTV up to 60% for the most liquid, and, good collections, right?
Okay.
Such collections that we show that, for example, if you list NFT below floor, at 40% below or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, it's gonna get sniped pretty easily and fast. So yeah, for these type of collections, I believe we can do uh, up to 60%.
Okay. And on the delay, I would assume it can vary depending on the week, depending on the liquidity of the collection and how deep the book is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So for the update that comes on the next week, we're gonna have 40% valuation in 2 weeks to repay
Mm-hmm.
for every collection out there. And we'll see how it goes. If it goes well, then we'll bump it even more. We have quite a competition, I believe, with other lending protocols
Mm-hmm.
regarding the LT and regarding the pay time, so we've got to keep up. Meantime, I want to make sure that it's safe and not gonna
Break.
break and extract all the liquidity. So we gotta be cautious with that.
Yeah.
But so far, users of the protocol seems to be understanding the risks, the majority at least, and they either repay in time or reach out after liquidation to repay finally the loan. So that's why I believe the extended time frame will work nicely. And actually, one of the other things that we want to introduce is grace period
Mm-hmm.
when you're about to get liquidated, but still not. And yeah, of course, notifications will also have uh, a lot in that.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably will do integration both with Discord and the Twitter to notify you about your liquidation before it happens.
Okay, so basically someone would be getting a DM, for example, oh, by the way, your liquidation is, close to this. It's a bit like how you would get a liquidation email from, any centralized exchange
Yeah,
from. Okay.
kind of. The problem is for example, with Discord is that it's super hard from we cannot get access to data from Metrica.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will roll out some integration with Cardinal or something like that on Twitter, so you can link up your Twitter account and we can at least notify you on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what we can do with the Discord. But yeah, it is what it is at this moment.
Okay, well, I mean that's already great stuff. Especially right if we can be more user oriented, not that they feel like the experience with the protocol is just a bad experience. So I think it's definitely playing into that narrative. You were mentioning, and I'm deviating a bit from one of the questions, but you were mentioning, that the competition is tough, and there is, we have to keep up, right?
Yeah.
I got a question that was, what is the difference and strong point between FRAKT and the Honey Finance? But I'm going to expand, I would say, that question and say, what is the strong point of FRAKT against the competition as of, let's say, when the protocol is live next week with the loans? Like, what's our main differentiator?
Yeah, so if we talk about the Honey, is that the model of the Honey is to issue long-term loans, which is good model. I'm not gonna lie, but it's gonna work only for like most liquid collections. I don't see it working with, quite frankly, I don't see it working with, I would say, low volume collections, just because in that case you're gonna have situation when liquidation happens and nobody wants to buy it out, and you basically lose the money. So I believe one of the strongest like points for us is the plan at least is to go to 100, 200 top of NFT collections and establish strong partnerships with everyone. And for the most liquid, of course, we will provide the same, at least, or even better model of the long-term loans. For the less liquid and like less reaching volume collections, they still have an option to be onboarded on our platform. So by the end of the day, if you use Honey, I believe, at least from what I see, if you use Honey and if you have some blue chips or like top 12, like top 15 collections in your wallet, then like you can use it, and you can use it only with that like range. But from what I see, usually people have like 40, 50 NFTs. People who use the loans, they usually have 40, 50 NFTs. And a lot of times it's like couple blue chips, and then a lot of like, I would say, relatively not a garbage, but not a blue chips, right?
Yeah.
And one of the features that we're working on is we'll be working on is the ability for you to take bulk loan, right?
Okay.
So you can combine your blue chips and not blue chips to get a massive loan. Yeah. So a lot of things, I would say, which is going to be way more versatile in the things that we like provide. And later on, I can share for now, but there is a couple more things that we want to launch for the collateralized loans that I'm pretty sure Honey is not looking at. And that such things will be announced like later.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, that's very interesting. And I'm thinking a bit out loud, right? When you say in a bulk of collections, I assume, in certain bulks you have different LTVs linked to individual collections. Like in an example, you have an SMB and you have another, other collections that don't have maybe those terms. I assume that if you do bulk with the SMB, you would benefit from the terms of the SMB for the bulk.
No, it will be kind of it's still separated kind of loans.
Okay.
Probably just because it's harder to track.
Yeah.
If you combine everything. But the idea is that okay, it allows you to unlock instantly a lot of liquidity from your bag, not just like do one by one.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense for sure. It's just because I can already think, see people trying to optimize how am I going to bulk my loan to make sure that, I try to basically fool the system a bit. Okay. Okay, before I ask the last question that we have received, if any of you guys in the audience, if you have any questions, please drop them in the visitors chat so I can check it out. And yeah, so the last question that we have received was a bit of a global question and nothing to do with what we are building, but is business manager still a part of the team?
Yeah, so as we stated before, it was kind of acquisition, right? Business manager is helping us out. He's not like proactively, contributing to the core because he and the team um, like moved on to the things that they want to do. So that's why, like, I would say it's not like full time,
Mm-hmm.
contribution, more like being around and
Small advisor.
yeah, helping out. So it's like partially part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, like we cannot force people to work or do anything. So yeah,
That's true.
that's why.
Makes sense. All right. I do have, say, a couple of spontaneous questions for you. First, could you drop some information slash alpha potential on the next collections that would be listed in the next week? Maybe a name or two.
Um, yeah, it's the same lineup, guys, that was listed on the Gnomies.
Mm-hmm.
Though we have a couple surprises and a couple partnerships for the launch that I won't disclose just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a couple new collections I believe that were not listed. A couple, like for the most part, collections that were already listed, and a couple partnerships that we're really like happy about that will support us on the launch.
Okay, good stuff. All right, looking forward to that. I have checked the chat quickly and there was no questions. I feel like, a lot of the questions that we get also privately is really much into, what you have highlighted at the beginning of this town hall session is what's in it for the Gnomies, right? What's in it for the holders and what's in it for the FRAKT holders and whatnot. And I think in terms of, benefits and clearly what's in it for everyone from the community, it's going to be it is crystal clear that now this is the priority on communicating on that and making sure that everyone understands what's in it and that they also see the stuff that we'll be sharing. So yeah, do you have
Yeah,
any? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, just like so you understand, like I'm on the aside of from building the actual protocol, we're deeply focused right now on tokenomics, how we're going to share revenue with the NFT holders, and how we're going to unite the both kind of like collections and brands.
Mm-hmm.
So that is our focus for now. But yeah, definitely, like want to assure you guys that we are here to bring the benefits that were promised from like OG team to make them happen, and I believe that we already showed that we're like capable of doing that. We just need like do it step by step.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just want to make a huge thing about the branding, the token that gonna be the heart of the protocol, um, and make it like great experience for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's indeed key that these changes are implemented in a way that we can scale up, that we can grow, and that we can be sustainable, right? Because we listen to all of you guys, right? When you give feedback, we listen to it and we really think through, okay, this is definitely, the community wants this. How do we work to make sure that everyone finds their benefits through this and that we can also keep on pushing forward as a project, because it's also very tricky for us because definitely there are a lot of moving pieces. And yeah, we personally, I would really like to thank the community for being patient with all of this, because we know that there's a lot of competition in the ecosystem, and some of the competition has, they could be showing maybe percentages that are very high and very attractive, but in the end of the day, what we're trying to do here is that we're trying to really build a sustainable, solid product that makes you guys have definite advantages and clear benefits, but at the same time that you can we'll still be able to talk about these benefits in 1 year's time, right? So that's really something that we want to focus on, to be robust and to be strong now, but also in the future. So thank you to all of you guys for that. Okay, Tim, do you have any closing words, closing remarks before we kick off the weekend?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. As I've mentioned at the beginning, we have been recording this session and I will be uploading it on YouTube within a couple of hours. So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Have an amazing Friday evening, afternoon, morning, or already Saturday maybe, and talk to you soon.
Yeah. See you.
See ya.
Bye, guys.